Hello, this is Jerry from jerryandsharon.com. What is the most important element needed in order to be successful in the network marketing home business? Just think about that for a second. The reason why I'm asking is because I basically just came off a forum where that was the actual title on one of the discussions that was going on. Scrolling down the posts, I read some really interesting ideas, everything from skill set to people proposing knowledge. I think the most common one was belief. Now, I actually agree that the most important element is belief, but what we have to acknowledge is that belief is a very broad term. There are good beliefs, there are bad beliefs. There's all kinds of beliefs. So I think we could get a little bit more specific. And I would go on to say that not only is the most important element a belief, but it is the belief of genuinely caring for others. I mean, this is a relationship business, whether you are in a network marketing home business or any kind of home business where you have to interact with prospects and just generally interact with people. You are going to have to be building good relationships. People buy from who they like, know, and trust. You know? If you have not heard of that cliche, then you needed to. Please remember it. Because just think about it. How much harder would it be to foster a mutual liking, if you will, a good relationship with somebody who you did not genuinely care about? How much harder would it be for you to sell something to that person or get them to join your team? Because us humans, we're very good at picking up on those subtle cues. I mean, maybe not even on a conscious level, but subconsciously, we are always picking up things, and we are very good at deciphering whether somebody has our interests at heart. And we are very good at sorting the people that do from the people that don't. You know, and that is the basis for why I say, if you are not able to get yourself into that space of genuinely caring for others, if you are not able to get into that space of expanding your awareness to the needs and wants outside of yourself, meaning the needs and wants of others, you are always going to be struggling in this home business industry. Always. Write it down, full stop it, highlight it. It is just the absolute truth. And you know, the people that don't really care, they're pretty easy to spot as well. I mean, they're the ones that just come up to you and just vomit their business opportunity all over you. You see it all the time, you know, and if they ask any types of questions, it's not really genuine questions, because you feel that they're just trying to gain information to counter you with their next comment. You know, it's just not a very nice feeling. I'm pretty sure that there are people that don't genuinely care about other people, and they're having some level of success because they will every now and again bump into somebody that wants to change their life so much, that wants what they have so much that they're willing to look past the fact that that person actually doesn't care about them. But those people are in the few. You know, taking that road, you will be struggling, because the majority of people you will be pushing away. So maybe it is time that you made that internal decision to care for others. I mean, I don't know what your situation is. Maybe you're in a lots of turmoil and you've got a lot of anger inside or whatever, you feel that people don't care about you or whatever kinds of issues you may have, but you need to sort that out. If you do not sort that out, you will be struggling. That is just the fact. That is just it. That is all I can say to you. So it is definitely worth thinking over, and it is definitely worth questioning yourself and trying to get yourself into that space, asking yourself what you need to do in order to get to that space of where you can think about others. I hope I've given you some food for thought today, and I look forward to catching you in another audio. Bye bye. Hello, it's Jerry. I'm back. I bet you didn't think you'd be hearing from me that soon. I basically came back to update you about that forum situation. Do you remember the one we was talking about earlier? The one with the discussion title, The Most Important Element Needed for Success. I basically made a post, and it was exactly pretty much what I spoke to you about earlier. And the moderator replied. And what he basically said was, after thanking me for making the post, he said that he really cared about other people, and he really, did enjoy helping people. But, it's a business. Oh, that's my phone just going off. But it's a business, and it's so easy to get caught up into the mechanics of making the money. Because after all, that is a very important element of a business, making money. Because if you don't make money, then you can't advertise, and you can't do this, and you can't do that. And without money coming in, your business is doomed, And he went on to say that it's always good to get a reminder of what we're supposed to be doing, because that is how we operate at our most effective. That is how we operate and have that aura of attracting people towards us, putting other people's needs first, putting other people's needs before our wants. So that made me want to come back and just say something extra. And that extra something is that even when we have made that internal decision to care for others, we are going to need to remind ourselves every now and again. I didn't realize this. I was actually doing this unaware. I meditate every day, so that keeps me in that heightened sense of awareness type of state that you actually need to be, aware of the needs and wants of others. So that is how I remind myself on a daily basis. I don't know what you do, but it is definitely a good idea to incorporate into your lifestyle some kind of repetitive reminder that, we are most effective and we operate at our optimum level when we are in that mode of caring for others, because that is how we attract other people towards us. If we don't have other people's interests at heart, we are going to be pushing a lot of people away, and we do not want to be doing that. We always want to be attracting people towards us. So thank you for listening, and I promise to go away now for good. So ciao.